y'all. So I wanted to go live, but I guess I've been blocked from going live. I don't know why. So anywho, story time has begun. Hear ye, hear ye. J Diddy here with the Hood PSA. So originally, this all began because Juneteenth, I didn't want to tell everybody because I didn't want a big ass guilt trip or some sympathy thing or just any of that. But originally Juneteenth, I just had got a voice from God to tell me to go down the street and try to give the man CPR that had got shot. I'm CPR certified. I have my MA certificate. I'm not some old silly hoe. I actually know how to save lives out here. So sure enough, in the midst of that, somebody went into my tent and stole my duffel bag, which contained my ID, debit card, like almost $200 in cash, my knife, and my iPhone, headphones, and a couple of miscellaneous things that I still can't remember. But material shit that I can replace. I'm still to this day, waiting for my ID or whatever. Since then, it's lagging. So sure enough, I wanted to go to LA for 4th of July because I had a feeling that because of the shooting, Lake Merritt was going to be ass, and I just didn't want to deal with it. And I'm trying to take over California. I'm trying to take over the world. So I was like, this was an opportunity for me to get somewhere. But I was like, Dre, let's be realistic. How am I going to go to LA and I don't have an ID and I can't get a room? My brother lives out there, but he lives all the way in fucking Ontario. That's a stretch. That's like a long stretch from where I was trying to be, like in the hood, Compton and to Slauson and all that shit. So anyways, so sure enough, this bitch Wavy comes up to me. What was that, Thursday or Friday? Basically Friday, hella juice, talking about she's decided that she's going to follow my plan and she's going to go to LA and she's invited me and she knows I don't have my ID and they're going to get a room. And I told her, bitch, that's cool. She didn't say it. I had to say it. Bitch, I got something on the room. Let's do it. She got me all excited. Yes, in that moment, I did think something could go wrong. I'm going out there yet ass, like I said before, with no ID. But I trusted her, thought she was my friend. Even more so thought she was my friend because I literally just had a conversation with her on Instagram about how, I'm losing a lot of the people I think is my friend. And she expressed to me, well, if you're losing them, they must not be your friend. So I'm thinking, oh, shit, I could trust this bitch. Her friend is cool that she's bringing with her that I knew she was going to bring with her. So I'm like, okay, woo. It's been different things that didn't happen at the lake, but I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking about the fact that, in the event that I had to shake these bitches, I'm bringing my own car. I got my own shit, my own product. I'm my own business. If I have to shake these bitches, I'll do it. So we drive to LA, whatever. We get to LA. By the time we get to, I hustle in downtown for a little while. By the time we get to LA, it's in the morning. I go to Planet Fitness to take a shower because we can't check into the room. I told this stupid bitch that you couldn't check into the room. She swore up and down we could. They went to go eat breakfast. So I went to go take a shower. I assume, I don't remember if they went to go take a shower, but I want to say we met at the beach. And I want to say that's the first day we were there and we hustled at the beach all day. Her friend did nothing but sleep. So I was like, okay, you did nothing but sleep the whole way there. So now at this point, we're out at the beach in the sun, hustling. They've the only two people that have had sleep. I'm off nothing but just hustle mode, but I'm not tripping. So we finally able to check into the room. I want to say that night we went to sleep and then we woke up with the whole plan to, do other shit. So the next day, we're bouncing around, trying to find stuff to do. I want to say we ended up that night after the beach. I want to say we ended up at at the club. We were out there for a couple of days, but I know at some point in time we ended up at the club. I felt like her friend and her was getting an attitude because I was telling them that, hey, check it. I hustle a little different than y'all. I'm out here campaigning, yelling, screaming, telling the world. I understand you're selling shrooms, but I don't have time for you and your paranoia and you over here trying to whisper. We're next to in between two nightclubs and you're over here whispering shrooms. Can't nobody fucking hear you. You out here looking stupid and you got me looking stupid too because now all my moves are being beneficial to the fact that you got to be sneaky and shit because you're selling legal bullshit. But that's where I went wrong with that. So sure enough, the next day, they're relying on me to come up with the shit that we do. Why are we relying on me? Why y'all keep asking me where we going and what we doing? Like, that's crazy. Okay. So we end up going to the flea market, walking around. They're asking me which way we should go, what we should do. Booty wop. I'm peeping stuff out. I'm making connections. I'm talking to people. Why every time I'm busting a sale, y'all bitches standing right here? Like, go do your own thing. I'm used to wiggling and making moves. I got this big ass wagon. I'm feeling self-conscious. I'm irritated. You got this cooler. It's hella people around. We can't walk through. I'm damn near running over people's toes. I'm irritated as fuck. So sure enough, she wants to eat some Pakistani food. So now she takes us on this long bullshit ass walk mission. These bitches is walking the wrong fucking direction. Or whatever. They wasn't trying to hear what I had to say about walking the wrong direction. But somehow they kept walking the wrong direction. We ended up at the nasty ass food place. Shit was nasty. I never even ate it. I want to say I continued to be hungry. Like, I just didn't have the stomach to eat nothing because I had popped a pill on the way there because I knew I wasn't going to be able to stay awake. So, sure enough, I'm just starting to feel some type of way because I feel like every time, I look up, y'all cackling or saying something and whispering shit under your breath. Weird shit. Okay. Whatever. I'm not gonna say nothing yet because it's like, okay, Drea, don't, fuck up the trip. These bitches talking about you. They best friends. They might just be, laughing at other stuff that's going on. And just because you with them don't mean you got to be included in everything. So I'm trying not to take everything personal. So I'm like, okay. So at some point in time, 4th of July, where did we go? Yeah, we went to the flea market. Okay, now it's 4th of July. Now we done went back to the room, went to sleep. Woo woo. Her friend still ain't took a shower. That was the most irritating part too. Everybody took showers with her friend. Anyways, moving forward. So her friend had an idea we all had an idea to try to find block parties because it was 4th of July. Downtown, their block party was canceled. We sat up there and read, and somehow we all overlooked over the fact that downtown's block party was canceled because of COVID. It was just too iffy. I guess the city of Santa Monica or LA or whatever, Orange County or whatever the fuck, they just didn't want to risk it. And her friend ended up finding a block party at the beach. This is the block party where the dude let me put the purple lashes on him. I was the vibe. I had the fucking music. I am the queen. And motherfuckers know that. And I really felt like motherfuckers was just like the police was there. So now we once again gotta be hella elusive and sneaky and shit. Motherfuckers don't want to walk because the police is right there. Bitch, all you gotta do is put the shit in your pocket. All you do is have a cooler. You're acting like you literally have dope tattooed across your face or shrooms in your ass. Like, I don't know. Like, the paranoia was just getting irritating as fuck. And every time I said something, bitches once again is saying little shit under their breath and woo. So now at this point, we're noticing that the block party is packing up and it's over. Motherfuckers has been out here for hella fucking long. So now at this point, the block party is over. I tried to walk through the sand with my wagon and my speaker, and she tries to walk through the sand with her cooler. We cannot roll through the sand. It's hard as fuck. But I'm trying to bust these sales. So I look over at her friend. I'm like, hey, can you watch her stuff right quick while we try to go bust these sales on the sand? She tells me, hell no. I said, why not? You're not doing nothing. You haven't done anything the whole trip. Why wouldn't you support us? What did you come for? I'm not finna argue with your friend. I walk off and try to go back to my car and get rid of my wagon. I wanted my music hella bad. So it was like, how the fuck am I going to roll around with my music? And even if I did have just my mobile display and a tote bag on my shoulder full of my lashes, like, fuck, how am I going to still get this speaker through this sand? Because I can't trust this bitch or ask this bitch to do anything. And Wavy trying to do her own thing and sell her own shit too. So it's like the friend is not doing anything at all. She got an attitude when a motherfucker asked her to hold her phone just so she could unload the car. She didn't help her friend unload the car. The bitch seemed to had huffed and puffed when I asked her just to check the meter just to see if I was going to get ticketed or not and if the meter was free today. I was like, hey, instead of you huffing and puffing and as usual like this whole trip, this is what I'm saying in my head. Can you check the meter for me? Because you're being hella impatient and trying to rush us to leave and be on our merry way. But can you at least check the meter? Because that's going to be another thing that stops us. Me having to put change, or me having to go put my debit card in the meter to pay for this motherfucking trip because it's my car. And obviously you bitches ain't going to put in a quarter or two because... So she ended up actually leaving us and walking around the corner to go peep out the party because she was just so excited like a child. But on the contrary, when she did that, she went to the Subway. So now we have to wait at the Subway for this bitch and these bitches to get cookies and sandwiches and shit. So now I'm like, oh, I'm telling y'all my location. That's the video I posted when I was telling y'all my location. So we get to the block party. Like I said, the bitch didn't want to help. Whoop, whoop, whoop. She slagged and lagged us. At this point, I've separated from them. I went back to my car to try to go get my wagon and my speaker. I came back. They were gone. I was elated. I was excited. So at this point, I was like, fuck it. I still got my wagon and my music. I'm hella irritated because my music isn't working. I'm walking the beach. I'm like, fuck it. I'm still going to try to make the best of this. I walk to the beach just like any other beach or any other marina. The parking lot is filled with hella people anticipating and waiting to watch the fireworks, sitting in their cars or sitting outside smoking, drinking, and hanging out with their family. It was a soft serve truck out there and everything. So I'm like, ooh, cool. I'm finna try to bust sales over here. Woo, woo. Sure enough, this bitch called me trying to follow my way. What the fuck you bitches calling me for? Get your own money. Find your own spot to hustle. The parking lot was like, it had like 3 sections of the parking lot. Y'all bitches could have been in a whole nother parking lot. Y'all could have found something to do. I'm not finna leave y'all out here. You don't have to call me every other hour or every second now that we're separated. Cause what? Cause what, you think I'm gonna leave you or something? Girl, stop calling me. So I ignored their ass a few times so I could just stay in my mode because I was enjoying being by myself without them keeping clackling in the back and saying little shit. Motherfuckers ain't making no money, or they is making money, but people paranoid to do shit. Oh, with the police, or this. Oh, they got police on the beach. Oh, they got police right there. Bitch, you're selling shrooms, not fucking crystal meth. Girl, get the fuck away from me. So sure enough, I end up finally catching up with them. She ended up asking me yet again, Drea, what's the next move? Where are we going now? Because we in my car, I'm like, I expressed to her, if we're going to continue to hustle together, y'all got to wake up and get it together. Y'all been hella drowsy and tired and soaky and saggy, no turn up. You bitches falling asleep in the car on the way here. Like, y'all been sleeping the whole trip. I yet haven't got a full amount of sleep that has matched up with the days that I've been on out and about. Y'all done got way more sleep than me, and I still got more turn up than y'all off just pure natural energy. Like, that's crazy as fuck. And I'm smoking the same weed y'all smoking. Like, y'all, I was like, y'all bringing me down. I was just like, I don't hustle like this. So Brianna or Wavy was just like, oh, so what are you talking about? I was like, boo, I'm telling you what I'm talking about. I said, your friend is lazy. She's not trying to help do nothing. This is frustrating because I'm making accommodations for how I hustle based off y'all. And it's like, damn, what did she come for if she wasn't going to do nothing? So now all of a sudden, this bitch started hollering, screaming, slams my car door, starts jumping up and down and doing the typical, oh, my friend is holding me back move. Mind you, my belongings, my clothes are still in her room. I bought a big ass duffel bag of Ross. I hit up Ross, DD's and all the shit in LA, girl. Y'all know I hit it up. So I bought hella cute ass shit or whatever. My flat irons, my toothbrush, all my stuff is upstairs. So my merchandise is in her car because instead of carrying all my merchandise up 3 flights of stairs for all of us to fit in the car, plus the little stuff that we wanted to bring for our businesses, it wasn't all gonna fit. So I was like, hey, can I just throw my stuff in your car? So when we got into it and she tried to fight me and make a big ass deal, I was like, okay, now what's going on? I was like, we're friends. We should be able to have a discussion and work things out, and you not try to fight me. Like, this is crazy how people think it's okay to try to fist fight your so-called friend just because you have a disagreement. So she's like, oh, well, bitch, fuck all that. I just came out here to make money, and you over here talking about a whole bunch of other ass shit, and I'm not with all this talking. I'll be ready to fight. Woo woo. I was like, yeah, I feel all that, boo, but at the same time, girl, you're doing a lot. Now she's threatening to call an Uber and a Lyft because I'm not letting up. All I'm saying is if I'm going to continue to ride around or be on this trip with y'all, why would y'all invite me on this trip if y'all was going to be on some dry bootsy ass shit? This is not how I hustle. Sorry, I don't care about you getting your feelings hurt because I'm talking about your friend, but I'm not going to be fake and keep riding around, and I feel uncomfortable. So at this point, she's very stern on getting a Lyft and an Uber. She's snatching all her stuff out my truck. She's calling some people that she know in LA to come get her. I'm like, cool. You want to separate, that's fine. At this point, deep down, I kind of wanted to separate anyways. Deep down, you didn't feel comfortable riding in my car because my car is better than yours. So I think you just felt it was too much for you. So you just kept threatening to go back to your raggedy ass car that I'm surprised that motherfucker even made it to LA. Y'all don't understand how bad that girl's car feels when she drives it. It feels like it's a stick, and I don't think it's a stick. I think that motherfucker, it feels like it's a stick, like you're going into different gears when you press the gas. It's a crazy ride. I was so scared, and that was one of the reasons why I suggested that we take my car. So she's going crazy. At this point, the way I look at it, you have a ride now, so I no longer have to deal with this shit. But the bottom line now is my belongings is still in your room in your car. So I said, now at this point, how much do I owe you on the room? Because I need the key card so I can get my stuff. She's like, oh, well, I'm finna go hustle. So I don't know what you're going to do. Whoa, what do you mean? You don't, what? Well, I want to go hustle too. Well, you need to shut the fuck up so we can't. No, girl, at this point, no, you've done a lot. You seem very adamant on going back to your car. We're going to part our ways. At this point, I just want my stuff. She's telling me now that, yeah, I did a lot, but at least I didn't hit you. And I was like, wait, honey, do you really think that you can beat me up? I'm going to be smart about the situation. You could call me a sucker. You could say I'm scared. And that's what she did. She said I was too scared to fight her. No, baby, you have my stuff. Why would I fight you? Possibly put myself in jeopardy of someone calling the police, me going to jail. Your friend is with you. So if you go to jail, your friend could be outside the jail with your vehicle. Who's going to be there to help me get my vehicle? I don't even have an ID. And you knew that. So how would I get my ID back? How would I get my car back without an ID? Who's going to help me? Who's going to be there for me? Who has my belongings? Who has my phone? Who has anything for me? Nobody. I went out there solo bolo, trusting you and your friend to have my back. I had my own money. I had my own situation. I wasn't asked in the financial department. I was asked in the fact that I couldn't branch off and go get my own room and just say, fuck them bitches altogether. So sure enough, she's like refusing to give me the key card. She's saying I don't owe her nothing on the room. I already went with this before with other people when I go on trips. That's why I demand to give people money on their rooms up front when the shit first start going down, because bitches always quick to say, oh no, it's cool. And then as soon as you get into it with a bitch, she be quick to want her money. What money, bitch? I didn't even see a receipt. You claiming this room was expensive. Bitch, it's nasty as fuck, dirty as shit, and raggedy as fuck. So how much did it cost you? And like I said, what I got something on it. She refuses. I drive off. You refuse to let me get the key card. You refuse to get back in the car and handle this like a real friend, and let's just go on with our business and then make up. And then I go on to get my stuff like normal, and we can still part ways or just continue the trip. So I leave in hopes that if I get to this hotel, knowing that she can call the man before I get there, but I was just hoping that I would get there before her. I literally was crying, explaining to this man that I don't have no ID and I'm here all the way from North California. And this girl's now holding my stuff hostage. I just want my stuff. So the little man expresses that as long as I grab my stuff, I said, you can come in with me and I can show you me grabbing just my stuff. But in all reality, how can he ever really truly know? He just really just gave faith and trusted me. So I really went in there and grabbed just my stuff. So once I was done grabbing just my stuff, I called her and I was just like, hey, at this point, I've gotten my stuff out the room. I don't remember if I told her that, or at least I was just calling and asked her, when is she going to be back so I can get my stuff out of her trunk? She's like, oh, well, did you go in the room? I'm like, yeah, he let me in so I can get my stuff. Why would you try to keep my stuff? He was like, oh, well, she was like, well, at this point, so when you went in the room, I just have I'm just curious. Did you touch any of our stuff? Bitch, are you calling me a thief? The way I get money and be out at the lake before motherfucking Africans and the birds wake up, and you're asking me if I steal from people? No, bitch, it seems like you the one that's trying to steal. Why are you trying to keep my shit hostage? This is fucking weird. Why are you telling the man? At this point, she has told the hotel man not to let me in, but I've already got my stuff. So now she's mad at the hotel man. She's cussing the hotel man out. The man is coming up to me damn near in tears because now he's upset that she's unsatisfied customer of this raggedy ass fucking probably roach motel. I just didn't see him creeping out probably when I was asleep, looking at me and shit, wearing my wigs, fucking roaches. Like, crazy as fuck. So at this point, she's like, oh, well, why does it matter to you when I get back? So I hang up in her face and I text her. I'm like, Wavy, my stuff is in your fucking trunk. Why are you playing? Like, why are you doing this? You're doing a power move. You think you have something over me because I'm out here and trusted you. Don't have no ID. Now at this point, I'm night homeless. I don't have nowhere to go at this point, nowhere to sleep. It's like 1 in the morning. This bitch is playing. I don't know where she is. She out with somebody. All I know is she answering the phone, acting like a straight thug, playing. So I get off the phone. Luckily, one of my partners called me. I'm on the phone crying because I'm like, this bitch is really playing with me. There's nothing I can do. I'm parked behind her car, but even when she get here, it's still nothing I can do. I just see it turning into a real bad situation. I see her ramming the side of my car. I just see it just turning into a real bad situation. At the end of the day, I'm not on the room or the leash. She can call the police and the hotel man can get me removed. I don't have no ID. Hell of shit. Like, I just didn't see it happening good. So luckily, while I'm on the phone with my friend, I think fast. I have roadside assistance. And I have, even though, it don't matter what kind of insurance you got, as long as you got fucking insurance. I don't have insurance that has AAA. I have insurance where it's just some random motherfucker that come to your car and know how to do shit. Like, got the shit like Uber Eats. Just Uber pop your door. So this nigga Uber popped that bitch door for me. Now I'm sitting here freaking out because now she has the type of car where you can only get into the trunk with, yes, the key. This bitch has me. Mad as fuck. He luckily knew how to open up the trunk. I'm freaking out. I'm in tears. I'm irritated because now I'm in her car. I'm thinking this bitch gonna show up. I'm just trying to avoid a situation. Like, I already knew this bitch is gonna come for my car because her car is fucking raggedy. I just already knew that it was gonna have something to do with my fucking car was gonna be damaged in this shit. So I was like, let me get the fuck up out of here. Like, cause this bitch is just, I could just tell she on some shady shit. Cause I just don't understand why would you try to keep my shit. So what did you think I was just gonna leave and then you was just gonna keep my shit and then what, you was gonna run through my shit and then give me what you thought I deserved to have? Like, no, girl, please. So luckily the man let me into the car and I got all my merchandise. So this is where the moment happens. So I sat there and I told myself, I said, God, if you let me in, if the roadside man can get me into her car, I promise I will not leave her on flats. I was so upset the way she tried to play me. I left her on 4 flats anyways. But once I was done, I cried and cried and cried because it's been so many situations that I've been going through at the lake where hella people just keep testing my anger. And I'm really trying to work on my anger. Like, I really am. Like, I don't want to cuss people out. I don't want to hit on people. Like, I don't want to, like, be all angry shit. Like, I'm really trying to be a real businesswoman. I'm really trying to conduct my business the right way. And once I kept seeing that customers was walking away from my table when I would argue with people at the lake, and it's just like, I just want people to see another side of me, because just because I'm this crazy ass person, sometimes when I get upset, that doesn't mean that that's who I am. That's just something that I do, or a problem that I may have that I'm working on. So I just was sitting there crying because I was so disappointed in myself that I put her on 4 flats. But I feel like that bitch was trying to play me. She had all my mirrors. And everybody know how passionate I am about my mirrors. And I just had all my stuff. She had my eyelashes. She had my press-on nails. My stock, not my display. She had all my shit. I had my actual, like, display and, like, the stuff that I need to sell. But she had my actual, like, back stock. Like, when I replaced stuff, like, thousands of dollars. Like, she had at least almost $2,000. At least $1,500 worth of my stuff in her car. And was sitting there playing little power moves like, yeah, bitch. Even at the beach, when I told her, I was just like, Wavy, do you really think that you can beat my ass? She was just like, yeah, bitch, saying shit like that. That's exactly why you not getting a key card and you not getting back in the room. And it's like, that's hella fucked up to invite somebody 5 hours away just to play with them, and now they homeless for the night, and I had nowhere to go. Like, my brother lived hella far, and I would never call my brother and wake him up and his wife and his kids. to express to him that I done made a stupid ass decision coming all the way out here with no idea and doing all the shit that I did. So I just thugged it out. And I found some homeless people to sleep by because I was homeless for 4 years. So it ain't nothing for me to sleep in my car. It ain't nothing. Period. It's nothing for me to sleep in my car. So came back Saturday walking up and down the lake looking for this bitch. I told her, because she had the audacity to GPS me to some park after I flatted her tires. She wanted to meet up and fight because I told her, bitch, we gonna handle this when I get back to the bay. Because the bottom line is, if I get into a fight with you and I get arrested, who's going to get my car? All I give a fuck about is my car and my stuff, bitch. I don't give a fuck about whooping your ass. I can whoop your ass anywhere, anytime in the bay. Whooping your ass out here isn't that serious to me. It's serious to you because in this moment you feeling that hurt of them 3 tires, them 4 tires you had to replace. That's all I did was slice that bitch tires. All I did was stab her tires. That is it. I didn't touch her paint because her paint is already raggedy. Her whole back seat, the part that you sit on, is gone. She has removed it for some strange reason. So she only has the back panel of her seats. It's quite strange. It's nasty. It's raggedy. It's crazy. I had to bring a pillow with me that I sit at the lake with, my leopard pillow, just to sit in her car because she doesn't even have a bottom seat. And that's why she sliced up my seats, because she's jealous. She's jealous. So anyways, jumping ahead. So Saturday I didn't see her. Sunday I set up my tent or whatever. Sunday I'm sitting there minding my business. I'm looking out for her, never seen her. She already knew where I be at. She already know what the situation is. It don't matter if you know I'm back in town or not, baby. You need to come on up here every day like you normally do. Don't change your schedule. That's scary shit. I'm not changing mine. I made sure I was right up there Sunday, well refreshed from my sleep Saturday night, driving them 8 hours from Vegas. Sure enough, somebody's spreading word that a white woman that gave him his park said that he just seen some Latino girl come up to a black truck and flatten it. I already knew it was my truck. I laughed it off because, like I said, I already knew that I had to take my responsibility for the fact that I flattened her car. I already knew that maybe that was coming. But at the same time, it's the audacity of the bitch, you bootsy. Why you didn't come across the street and come see me, though? You could have flattened me and came to see me. I would have did both. So sure enough, I go check my car. It is mine. I was hella mad at myself because I had a thought to move my car. Just like I had on Juneteenth, I thought to move my duffel bag and put it in the car. But I did not because I was scared that somebody was going to take it. And what happened? Somebody took it. Fucked up. So now I done walk down the street in anger because I'm looking for this bitch. She has the crazy audacity to be double parked with her hazards on in the middle of the street. So I go peek in the back seat to see if it's truly her car. Yes, it is her car, the one with no seat. I look across the street. She has her booth set up, selling her shrooms and shit. I already told her I'm coming fast and I'm coming hard. Doop, 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 boop, beep, beep, bop. Bitch, uppercut, doop, bop, deep. Bitch, I'm coming, bitch, I'm coming. I'm fucking coming. I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. Some dude, they said, was grabbing on me and hitting on me that was with her. Shout out to him, nigga, you banned. You better not help. You better not let me catch you slipping. I heard you got ran off from the lake. So at this point, I done got on her ass a couple times. They didn't pull me off of her. Now at this point, I'm getting burnt out and exhausted because a whole bunch of men are trying to stop me from fighting her. And people aren't necessarily holding her. Everybody's holding me. So now she's almost getting kicks and hits in on me. So now I'm stopping. So everybody help me up. Because my fat ass is struggling to get up. My hoodie is over my head like this. I don't know who's around me, what's going on. I just know hella people is touching me. Some dude tried to stop me again when I seen an open opportunity to go get on that bitch head again. I go around whoever was holding her. I start uppercutting and hitting that bitch again. My friend Akasha finally pulled me off of her or whatever. And she's like, Drea, the police ain't caught y'all yet, bitch. Just stop, let it go. We'll walk down the street, calm down. I walk down the street, calm down. By the time I get back to my booth, she's been bragging about how she sliced into my seats and keep my car. I didn't know she'd keep my paint. It was a glare when I looked at my tires. All I did was look at my tires. I looked directly down at my tires. I didn't even look at the side of my body. I feel like I looked at my body and it wasn't there. I feel like she might have doubled back or had somebody else scratch my body, because I feel like my body wasn't scratched at first. I swear I looked at my body and it wasn't, but it don't even matter. Bitch cut into my seats. I was blessed that, you know, I made the wrong decision leaving my car unlocked, and that's how she got in the slice in my seats. This is, you know, my car was right there. I was watching it, but she caught me in a moment where I probably was dancing or talking or doing something, because she did it all on the right side where I couldn't see her. So, yeah, she scratched into my paint. So now I'm even more mad, because now I done heard her bragging. I ran across the street like, no, she didn't. I go down the street. I go across the street. She has, in fact, sliced into my seats and scratched down my paint. So I go back down the street to fight her again. Because I already wanted to fight her again no matter what. Because, like I said, hella people was holding on to me. And I didn't feel like I was getting the hits that I wanted. Because as you can see, Exhibit B, A, and C, her face isn't what I wanted it to be. I wanted 2 black eyes. Like, I had this whole vision, the whole 8 hours riding back here. Like, I have a vision of how I want that bitch to look after I beat her ass, because she took advantage of me. She knew that I didn't have no ID. I feel like you tried to steal my stuff. Like, I really feel like you was gonna run through my bag and steal my clothing and try to wear my cute ass shit. So anyways, got on that bitch head, and now at this point, my car tires are fixed. Every time I see that bitch, it's over. Every time I see that bitch, it's over. And that's really how I feel. Supposedly some nigga at the lake gave her a gun, so she was gonna try to shoot me, because the scary bitch refused to come back across the street for the rest of this